What did y'all have to say about Antichrist?
It's one of my favorite movies. That's what I gotta say. Like, if we're just going off, like, semi-movie review aspects, I will say to any critics who think it's sexist, it's just not. It's actually the opposite, in my opinion. It's about a dude who thinks he knows better, which causes more issues. And yeah, that's the entire premise.
That's the fun part about a lot of the criticisms levied against Antichrist and House That Jack Built is, I think all of the IMDb criticisms, like low ratings I read, clearly just the moral went straight over their head because both of those movies address any point of criticism. Antichrist is a movie about sexism. Men stepping in and being sexist in trying to act in support of women. House That Jack Built is a movie about the morality of art and assigning moral value based on the content of an art piece.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if he just let her go to a medical professional, like, it would have been way better. It's just like the slight twist of the actual motives behind her thingies, but yeah, that's my main to get out of the way on why I love the movie. It's like very oddly deep and weird and surreal, and I mean, anything with Willem Dafoe, I just gotta say. Willem Dafoe is my guy.
It's almost like the telling of Adam and Eve, like modern Adam and Eve, post, Eden, because of the implications of, like, literally they don't have names. It's just he and she, which that part reminds me, and especially because we're going with the Antichrist, like, logic. I was, like, thinking that Antichrist can also just mean, like, because he had, like, in a way, a God complex. It's anti-Christ, like anti-God, because of the God complex that he was trying to portray on her. It's, again, like, analogy for, like, against sexism, not for sexism.
It was kind of like a reap what you sow type situation.
Oh, absolutely, because, again, exactly what you're saying. Like, if he hadn't have told her what to do, especially when he's not her doctor and should not be her doctor because that's, your husband. And for the exact reason why he shouldn't have done that, he reaps what he sows. Like, he still does it anyway. Even when she says, like, I don't even really want you to, like, be in my business like this. And he still was like, well, I love you, though. So that means I know better than anyone.
Yeah.
And that is the downfall. That is when the movie declines, when he says that, basically.
Yeah. I think what a lot of people get caught up in heavily is the whole, again, Antichrist spoilers for all the stuff.
Oh, yeah. Spoilers galore.
Yep. Is the whole towards the end where she's talking about how, like, the witch trials were justified and how she was, like, with this cult thing and all of this. And he's like, what? That's not what you're supposed to take away from that. You were supposed to take this away from that. But it's like also, like, it's a world where we live in where the whole witch trials happened. And yeah, a way to cope with that, if you're crazy, as she was obviously in the film, is to justify certain things. So to her, that was the case there. And that's him trying to backtrack, like, ages of things that people have been told with just, no, that's not what you're supposed to take away from that. But no, it was just very... Lars von Trier is good at painting pictures for shots. And having that intertwined with, like, the deep, like, personal, no music happening in the background, then split into a surreal shot of things happening and into other things, like, from a cinematic perspective. And that's why it's just utterly unnerving a lot of the time.
I was high when I was watching it, and it actually, like, made me, like, flinch, because I'm not going to lie, I thought that the two infamous scenes were going to be way worse. So I was almost pleasantly surprised that it wasn't as graphic as I thought it was going to be, because it was after I saw Terrifier 3. It was like, because I was expecting, like, some, like, some, like,
wildly over the top, yeah.
Actually physically tensing my body, just like, oh, here it comes. So
that is what in fact happens. There it did come.
Yeah, came blood. Came blood out of a broken dick.
Mm-hmm. Well, the scene the one after with the scissors.
It was so like, I don't know. It was just like the clitoris, and I thought that she was gonna fuck her entire shit up.
That would have been.
But me saying just the clitoris is also like a crazy sentence.
That's the nerve center.
Oh, I know.
That is the part that made Ethan have to leave the room and go to the bathroom for a second. That's the shot that did it.
Really? I thought that it would have been like the penis one that's more relatable.
No, well, so it's more relatable, but also the amount of.
He's a real feminist.
Well, yep, that's it. And I was gonna say, dudes are kind of used to media of that kind of thing happening because that's like a kind of go-to for any.
It's even a slapstick thing, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Like there is no slapstick female genital mutilation. It's not a thing.
Yeah.
Wow, that's actually insanely true. That's so interesting. It's probably because like men are supposed to like laugh at pain.
Well, that and I mean the fact of a dude getting hurt by the one place that is like the weak spot. It's like, haha, you have a weak spot, like type thing in comedy. Like that's the most easily, like there's the baseline exploiting.
It is, but when we talk about it in the sense of horror media, accidentally, it makes it a little bit more interesting to think about.
I'm going to slice your penis into thin strips like salami.
That's so funny.
What was that from again?
Happy.
Oh, God, yeah.
I need to watch that show so badly.
It's a wonderful show.
Okay, back to Antichrist. Like, I'm not gonna lie, because I'm used to some pretty intense, like, graphic media descriptions of horror and gore, especially. It wasn't that bad. I want to watch it again leisurely. I want to watch it with my boyfriend as a casual, just like couple movie. Because I was describing how he wouldn't like it, and then the more I described it, he was like, "Oh, I actually really want to watch it." And I'm just like, okay, we can just watch it together. But then, for some reason, as I pulled it up, it disappeared off of Amazon Prime.
Oh.
Because fuck Amazon.
It's not the easiest movie to find because it's been blocked by a lot of places.
It just got taken off of Amazon Prime because I just watched it on Amazon Prime.
Yeah. Well, it like goes on and off Amazon. Like
pussies.
That's pretty much it.
Show the genital mutilation of Willem Dafoe and that.
It's not even that.
movie.
It's just they dislike the director and the controversy around the movie that led into it and all that.
Oh, I kind of forgot a baby dies in the very beginning, and they show him like hitting the cement in the body.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, because of everything else that happens. That's the beginning.
And to classical music.
Wait. Sorry. I need to set the scene for the audience. It's them viscerally fucking. It's like literally dick in vagina. They show a close-up for a frame. And then the child is setting up his own disaster. Like, that's how the beginning of it starts. So that's
Black and white classical music playing.
Like, that's an insane way to open up a movie, and I will never see another way. And then you forget about it because there's other crazy shit. Imagine that.
I love it so much because it disturbs me so much. And I feel bad that that's my like way of gauging if I like a movie is if it disturbs me thoroughly. There are movies like that have disturbed me that I've been like, okay, I'm not watching that one again. Trauma. Not watching that one again. Don't recommend it.
I'm not watching that.
It's not fun. Like, it's not even fun in like a, hey guys, this isn't fun, let's watch it type way. No, it's just uncomfortable. It's not like an I spit upon your grave type, very uncomfortable type way where it's like uncomfortable, but it's satisfying to get to the like end of the movie. But yeah.
Serbian film.
I still need to watch that.
I don't want to watch it because I know everything that happens in it, and I really don't want to watch it.
Every time I go to watch it, it takes me too long to actually find it. And by the time I find it, I'm like, well, now I've had to think about this too much. And I'm going to move on.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to watch it soon before someone spoils it for me because I've somehow lived this much in my life without knowing anything about it, except that it's like no one wants to watch it and it's like made to challenge rating systems in Serbia.
I was about to spoil it too, so I'm glad you just said that.
That is why I said it.
I purposely spoiled it to myself, because I got to the point where I'm like, okay, I've wanted to watch it this long, so I'm just going to find out what it's about. But then it was in my same run of, you still need to watch The Sadness.
I do.
The Sadness is one of the more graphic and brutal and just, it's straight up, we talked about this last podcast, but I did the same thing where I can't remember the comic that's pretty much based off of. But yeah, virus that makes people go into their most depraved state.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, I know the exact comic. That's what it's based off of?
What's the comic?
Oh, shoot. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Yeah, it's not like based off the comic necessarily, like as an adaptation or anything, but it's the same idea. Mm-hmm. It's like one word or something.
Crossed. There
Crossed.
it is. Oh, we can talk about Crossed, actually.
We'll do a podcast about Crossed because I need to go read Crossed stuff.
Damn it.
Oh, shit. That's by the boys person.
Oh, it is? That makes
so much sense. Oh my gosh.
Same person who made The Boys and Preacher, which I also want to watch.
Oh my gosh. You should watch Preacher. You're going to like it. Oh, yeah. It's so good. I love Preacher. I don't like The Boys.
I love The Boys. I will say The Boys and Invincible are the only two shows that I will keep up with and like anticipate when they're being released and will want to watch.
I have somewhat beef with Invincible because of the brutality of it. In a way, it's like, this is like a personal thing, but like sometimes it's like with Terrifier 3, there are things in Invincible and in Terrifier 3 that it's so disturbing that it almost like pisses me off. I can't explain it. It's like upsetting in an anger way that it's so visceral and it's so like brutal. Yeah. It's hard to describe. There's no mercy. There it is. There's no mercy.
And they're like things that happen that you're just annoyed that they happened, which
exactly
is why I'm fully invested in those shows and the, like disturbing media, because I could watch like a casual good show and like, yeah, okay, cool plot stuff happens, so and so happens. But it's not giving me these emotions that I haven't gotten a chance to feel in my life. Like, it's showing me new feelings towards things that could happen that, yeah, I've not experienced. Mm. There was a scene from The Boys that literally kept me awake, like, for 3 nights in a row, just from it happening. It wasn't even, like, one of their more disturbing scenes. It was just, like, the emotional repercussions of what happened in the scene. And it just made me, like, lay in bed thinking about existence and, like, how fucked up that was of a thing. That means that form of media had a standing impact on me, which, like, I've watched slasher films and all this other stuff, and they've never left me with this lingering sense. Yeah, if you can accomplish that in a TV show that's about superheroes more than an entire horror movie that's about disturbing things happening, like, that's impressive. Mm-hmm. There are parts of The Boys that, like, I'm like, okay, I get the idea at this point, but
yeah, the overkill.
Still probably one of my top 3 favorite shows.
I can understand that.
Definitely top 5, but I have to put Buffy the Vampire Slayer somewhere in there.